Hello Scorpio, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your weekly reading. I'm reading for you for the week of around about the 20th to the 26th of August, time being fluid in the spirit world. This could have already happened or it could be meant to happen. I have known some readings to take up to 3 years to come true. We hope that's not the case here, but it's always possible if you're not putting the work in. So Scorpio, if you find that my readings don't resonate with you, that's fine. I'm happy for you to move on to the next person, and I promise I won't take it personally. If you would like to get a private reading with me, or you would like to read up on me, I do have a website, www.theaussiegoddess.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Instant Go, and anything else I can be on, quite frankly. So please look me up. Cards I'm using are the Chiromachetti cards, which are one of my favourite decks. They're very clear. And the world jumped out for you. So being this was very defiant and came out with some determination. The world says to me you're about to finish a cycle, but for some unknown reason you're holding back on this last little step because the world is in reverse. Now, we've all been through a tough time of late. I'm no exception to that. It's been a time when we've had to work on our pasts, our childhoods, our cycles, the way we work our way through our lives, who we are, our personal growth, go on and on and on. It's a time where we've had lots of eclipses and planetary movements, a lot of retrogrades, and it really has had an impact on most of us. And I think that a lot of people at the moment are coming out of this cycle, or whatever cycle they're coming out of, and moving into a period of regrowth. Now, for some unknown reason, you're holding this up, and I feel like you haven't quite learnt your last lesson, or you haven't completely worked through what you need to work through to get to this point. But this is great, because even if you're not quite there, you've done all the work. I know that, for some people it's been very emotional and very treacherous for them to try and work through some of these energies. They've torn a lot of us back to the core, trying to find out, who we truly are in ourselves and who we are as people, because we've been representing masks to the world through, the way we've been taught, our egos, and the hardest thing in the world to try and tear back is that ego. But once you start on it, the result is so pure and so beautiful that you don't want to be anywhere else. So being able to cast off what we've been taught in the past is an amazing journey. Scorpio, you are nearly there. Okay, then we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant always talks about, being organised, it's constructed, it can talk about schools, government agencies, and it can talk about doing things in a particular order and working through them progressively. I feel like for you, the Hierophants come up here now because you're learning to do some of this stuff. So maybe in the past you've been quite impulsive, maybe you've made judgments you're not proud of, maybe you've done things that really haven't been, good things. Maybe you've been rash in making decisions about things, and maybe you've been, I know Scorpios are particularly hard on taking things very much to heart, and maybe you're learning that you need to be a little different in the world, and maybe you're trying to arrange yourself a little differently in the world, and maybe this is the last step for you to move into this place where you feel like you've got some control in your world. If this was something to do with career, it could mean that you're deciding to move from one job to another, and you're looking at like a big organisation or something greater than you've done before, moving into a space where the work that you want to do is a bit more constructive, a bit more organised, a bit more stable. It's possible that any one of those things could be the case. Okay, and then the Nine of Wands comes up in reverse. Look, to me, it looks like you're putting down a lot of your worries and your concerns. I feel like through this process here, you're learning now not to sort of hang on to things so much, that you're learning to let them go. I do feel like you've been very wounded and hurt in the past, and a lot of the stuff you've hung on to has been part of that, and that's okay. But what you're learning to do now is run through the process of how this has affected you to come to this point of, you know, a Nine of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Wands upright talks about the wounded warrior. I feel like now maybe you've learned not to take things so personally. Maybe you're understanding how to let things go. But you're definitely moving into this much lighter energy where you're not hanging on to things, especially from the past. Your past hurts. You're unraveling those and being able to walk into the future with a little bit of freedom. Okay, and then after that, the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is brilliant, because what it's saying to me now is that you not only are you letting go of things, but you're not finding things so overwhelming and confusing like you used to. It's almost like there's this energy of being accepting and understanding rather than analysing and becoming angry and bitter about things. It's like you've, you know, understood that hanging on to, you know, past hurts caused you pain, and it's time now to move on and let go of that pain. It's a very nice energy coming up here. You know, the Seven of Cups can talk about confusion, and it can talk about options, but I feel like through this process you're becoming very clear about what is it I want. You're becoming very unclouded. It's almost like you have this vision of where you want things to be, rather than being stuck in this, you know, wounded, feeling sorry for yourself energy. It's like you're understanding very clearly about where you need to be. You really are moving into your true self here. Okay, Virgo just had the Empress like that, and the Emperor. Oh, beautiful. Okay, oh, I love these readings. Okay, Scorpio, what is happening here is the universe is getting you ready for something very, very special. The Empress has come in reverse. I'm not even concerned about that. The Emperor's after her, which says to me you're moving into something, you're getting ready to move into something incredibly special, and quite possibly twin flame soulmate relationship. And you wouldn't have been able to move into this had you have been in your thinking that you had before, because you need to be freed up from some of these things that have limited you in the past. They could have been around self-esteem, it could have been around your confidence, but I certainly feel like it was a lot of hanging on to past stuff that has not allowed you to move into a very equal and beautiful relationship. It's destiny here. This is destiny, and the Hierophant talks about long term here, and they fall on the Hierophant. I really think that this is the relationship you've always wanted. It's stable, it's beautiful, it's equal. I don't think the other person's quite ready yet, but neither are you. You're just finishing up this last cycle, but you're moving towards this very beautiful, equal relationship. It's something that you've always desired, and I can see it here, but it's on its way to you. I'm actually quite choked up because I'm feeling really quite emotional doing this one. Okay, the Magician and the Hierophant, it's you've got so many major arcanas here, and an ace. Like, it's a very intense time for you. I feel like this relationship is very close. I don't think it's far away at all. I feel like you're almost ready to step into this. The Magician and Death come out after this, and I feel like this world and transformation and part and parcel for the same thing. You actually are the strongest you've ever been. You have this amazing power, and Scorpio, you always have this amazing sexuality about you that, you know, a lot of people find very desirable. Well, you're even more desirable than you are normally, because now you've got this stuff. You've got the confidence, you've got the self-esteem, you've got the assurity. All the things you've lacked in the past are here now, and this is what's taking you forward. So you're now really working your magic. There's a huge transformation for you here. And this also, the Death card can be the card of Scorpio too. So it could be that you're really moving into your own energy, that you are really becoming the person you wanted to be. But I've no doubt in your mind that you're moving into this so that you can be this person. What a beautiful reading. And look at that. Following up with the Temperance. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas here. You're just bringing yourself into this beautiful balance. It's like whatever you're working towards is bringing you around to this place where you can have this relationship. Well done, Scorpio. You've done some amazing work on yourself. You've made this incredible transformation, and you're becoming the pure person that you need to be, someone who really lives in their truth, knows what they want, and is bringing in this relationship, this twin flame. I'm almost certain it's twin flame with the Emperor Empress. Bringing this twin flame relationship in, which I think you've always desired. I think you've chased love, trying to find this particular relationship, but you're about to walk into it. So well done you, Scorpio. Thank you.